Self-reflection is one of the most important habits of a high-performing leader. I often get asked, why is self-reflection so important? What value does self-reflection have to a leader? Well, essentially, to break it down simply, self-reflection helps build self-awareness, which is one of the most important things for a leader. You need to know yourself before you can lead others. Self-reflection also allows us to review and develop our skills and have a look at their effectiveness. How effective is what we are doing? Self-reflection can be extremely fundamental in a leader's development. Feedback is so important, and being self-aware, giving yourself feedback, is one of the most important things that you can do. Today I'm going to share with you some of my experiences with self-reflection, how I was performing when I was not self-reflecting, and then how that 5 minutes of reflection every day and the set of questions that I ask myself has improved my performance since. So before taking on the leadership mantra, I never self-reflected. Often things would get crammed up in my head for days and I would have no idea on how to get rid of them. I had no real clear sense of a resolution. How did self-reflection fix that? So I created for myself a set of daily questions as a leader that I need to ask myself. They are very well centered around my performance. Okay, we'll go through those in a second. But basically, what did the principle of self-reflection allow me to do? The self-reflection allowed me to view the day overall. Ask myself a few honest questions and give myself a chance to be honest. Be vulnerable to myself, okay, and review everything. Review and feedback is so important as a leader because you need to know where you're being effective and where you are being ineffective and how to improve. Improving, never-ending improvement is one of the key habits and features of a high-performing leader. The want, the need, the desire to continually improve. I certainly have that need. I certainly love improvement, and daily self-reflection helps that. So let's run through my daily reflection. I do a daily reflection every single evening after my day at work. It starts off in a reflection notebook. I actually have this on my phone. Many people underestimate their phones. Your phone is an excellent tool. It has all the tools and features that you need for your leadership journey. There are so many things that your phone can do to help you become high performing that people don't even realize or utilize. So on my phone, I have a self-reflection notebook. Every single day, I copy and paste these same questions in this one notebook and answer them. And the questions are, the first one, how was my leadership today? Okay, and this is essential that you are honest with yourself. Being self-aware and knowing yourself first before you lead others is one of the most crucial, fundamental aspects of leadership. How was my leadership today? Were there parts of the day where you knew that you were not performing to your fullest potential or to your own standard? Were there parts of the day where you didn't clearly articulate your why? Where the things that you did didn't come back and justify that cause? Were there parts of the day where you found yourself not acting how you should? This is crucial that you are honest in this. Okay, were you leading others correctly? Were you clearly setting expectations? Were you following up? Were you being a good leader? Because often in workplaces, especially with new leaders, when leaders are just coming out of the crux, they've gone from being just a standard worker and they're becoming a leader, or they take a leadership position, or they really take it seriously. It's very easy for them to just do the job themselves because they're so used to it. I had this struggle most certainly, and it's so important to sit there and go, how was my leadership today? How did I go at leading others? This is a question that I try to be as honest as I can with myself. And because the reason it is so important that you be honest is because if you're lying to yourself and you're saying, my leadership was great today, and it really wasn't, you're not allowing any room for improvement. And that is what we're here for. Okay? Good leaders have constant and never-ending improvement. The second question that I ask myself every single day is, what were some of the challenges that I faced today? Now, this is another question that goes hand in hand with question one. And this is a really, really good way of building self-awareness because you are acknowledging challenges that you face today. No leader is without challenges. Okay, often leaders will face intense challenges every single day, and it's so important that we are honest about those challenges and acknowledge that we face them. Okay, this question goes hand in hand with question 1. How was my leadership today? Was it good? Was it not so good? And what were some of the challenges that impacted that? In often customer service based roles, was it customers? Did customers get in the way of what I wanted to do today? Now remember, in customer service roles, the customer must always come first, but it can often be a time that you don't expect. You don't expect your team to be tied up that long with a customer. Could that be a challenge that you faced today? These are just some of the examples that we use here for this question. Was it time? Was there not enough team? Did too many people call in sick today? These are the sort of challenges that often in sort of customer service based roles that you would face on a day-to-day basis. The next question is as equally important as the second, is how did I overcome those challenges? So it's important to acknowledge the challenges, but also acknowledge how you overcame them, because looking back on this self-reflection workbook, which I do every single day, okay, knowing how you overcome these challenges can help you again in the future, okay? Understanding the tactics that you used and the strategies that you used to overcome the challenges presented to you is a really good point for self-awareness. It's a really good point for confidence. Knowing how you succeeded and knowing how you overcame a challenge that was presented to you can build your confidence as a leader. It will also build the trust that your team has for you. The next question that I asked myself in this self-reflection notebook, it goes hand in hand with the first two. What are some challenges that I think I will face tomorrow? Often in roles where the task is continual, same sort of thing every single day, a lot of these challenges will represent themselves, okay? If you're in a customer service based role, whether that be hospitality, retail, and other sort of customer service based positions, often the same challenges will present themselves every day. So what do you think are some of the challenges that you will face tomorrow? Is there a big sale on? Is there going to be a large amount of people in the store? Is there a sickness going around? Do I think that some people are going to be sick? This is sort of some of the things that you can add in there. It's also good to put in some personal notes in this as well. Keeping this about yourself is essential because this here is to build self-awareness. The next question that I asked myself is oddly specific and may even require a whole nother lesson to break down. Was I on the top or the bottom of the drama triangle? Now, I use drama triangles quite often. If I have an example, I'll show one on the screen right now. Basically, it's a two-sided triangle, and on the top, it has a solution-centric attitude towards dealing with drama, okay? Very, very strongly centered around ownership and solutions. On the bottom, we have the opposite, which is where you do not want to be when a problem or issue arises, okay? And that is the bottom, where the persecutor and the victims of this drama, persecutor being the creator, it's a never-ending cycle with no solutions. It's purely just there to bring the mood down. So I should make an entirely separate lesson on drama triangles, but I really like to add this into my daily self-reflection because I like to stay in the top. I like to be an ownership person. I own when something happens. I find a solution and I drive people towards that solution. That's really what the top of the drama triangle is about. And it's an excellent thing to use in your daily self-reflection. So I use this in mine and it's really, really helpful because the drama triangle is a continuous cycle. And if you follow this cycle of ownership and then, of course, go into the solution, providing people with a solution, it's very, very good for self-awareness. The next thing that I ask myself is a sort of an operational question. Did I complete my set tasks for the day, providing that you even had any? This is going back to a point of efficiency. Asking this question to myself dictates the question, did I actually set myself tasks for today? Which, of course, goes back to my productivity. I'm all about being productive and high performing, so did I complete my set tasks for the day? Yes or no. So that then entices me to actually set them, set time frames, set goals for myself throughout the day. This is really important. And this is another area where you really need to be honest. Did I complete my set tasks for the day? Did you really complete them? And being honest here is important, because if you're lying to yourself, well, it's like you're creating this facade to cover up areas where you can improve. Remember, leaders and good leaders have never-ending improvement. The last question that I asked myself to wrap up my daily self-reflection is, what are some improvements to note for tomorrow? So you look at the day as a whole. Okay, how did today go as an overall, right? And you say, okay, it went really well. You use the other 6 questions to sort of base your answer on this. Any of those areas in the last 6 questions that were not up to your standard, or that were not the answer that you wanted to be, this is where you take those notes for improvement for the next day. Okay, remember, great leaders have constant and never-ending improvement. This question is literally giving yourself improvement notes for the next day. And it's important to be honest, okay, and always find something. Improvement is always there. It's always possible. All right, so this question here is really great. And I think that asking yourself this question allows you to be honest with yourself. Being honest, knowing yourself as a leader, you must know yourself and know how to manage yourself before you can manage others, right? Building self-awareness is crucial as a leader. And I think that these 7 questions here have helped me immensely in my leadership journey, okay? And I think that they can help you. Daily reflection, you don't necessarily have to copy mine, okay? I'm regimental with it. I do it at the same time every single day. It's in my calendar. It sends me a notification when it's time to do it. I believe it's super, super important for high-performing leaders to reflect every single day. And I believe that if you're not doing it, you should start. Remember, it is never, ever too late to start picking up these high-performing habits, okay? It is always possible to break non-high performing habits. It's always possible to start, all right? And I want to challenge you all that if you are not self-reflecting at least once a week, okay? In my role, it's important that it's done daily, because things change every single day, right? But some roles, you can get away with it weekly, all right? It is important as a leader that you reflect at a minimum once a week. Create some questions specific to you. You are more than welcome to copy mine. If you think that my questions will help you, please copy them. That's why I'm here. Remember, I am here to get the best out of you. So, by all means, copy my questions if you feel like they resonate with you. But feel free to ask yourself some questions that you think resonate with you, okay, that are specific to you and that you think are going to add value to your leadership skills, all right? That's what this is all about. Self-reflection really builds self-awareness, okay? And self-awareness is one of the pillars of a high-performing manager. And this is an excellent, excellent way to do that. So now it's time for me to leave you guys with something from today's lesson, okay? If you are not already self-reflecting, it is now the time to start, all right? This is a habit and a trait of so many high-performing leaders. Being able to build self-awareness, review your skills and their effectiveness is crucial in being a high-performing leader, all right? Having that ability to be honest with yourself, to be vulnerable to yourself, and often to realize where you need to improve is crucial, okay? If you're not doing it already, please start. Make a notebook, make a place where you can go back and review your answers. I have one, it's on my phone. Use your phone. It's an excellent tool that often everyone carries around in their pocket and underutilizes, okay? Mine's on my phone. Go back through your self-reflection notes at least once a week, all right? Have a look at the week as a whole. Remember, have a look at it. See, am I on an upward trajectory? Am I improving? And if I'm not, how can I get there, all right? That's so, so important. So if you learned something today, guys, from today's lesson, please consider hitting that subscribe button, because that is why I'm here, to help you guys get the best out of yourselves. Please engage in some helpful conversation down in the comments section below. But please remember, we are all here to help one another. So please keep it helpful. With that all being said, head over to the channel and subscribe and check out some of the other helpful leadership videos to help you get the best out of yourself. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.